Hello and welcome to NewsX, and this is Anand Singh. And on this episode of our Hot Mic, we are joined by a very special guest from Odisha's capital city of Bhubaneswar, and he's none other than bureaucrat turned politician VK Pandian. So from a bureaucrat now to a politician, how this shift happened in your career, sir?
I just completed a meeting in front of Lingaraj temple where I mentioned that I might have come to this Mahaprabhu Lingaraj temple in Bhubaneswar 100, 200 times. Never ever thought that in 1 year gap I will be standing there and giving a political bhashan. That is the truth. It was never planned. I started touring the districts in the state and I felt that there is a connect with the people and bureaucratic boundaries should not stop me from running the extra mile for people. So that's why I decided in consultation with my guru, boss, Honorable Chief Minister.
So, as a bureaucrat, you were known for your toughness, and you were known for very straight approach in regard to works, whatever you have done, whether it was as a district collector in Mayurbhanj and
Absolutely.
several other places, other districts. So, sir, in now politics, whether we can see Mr. Pandian as a tough politician too, because at this time of politics that is going on in the country, one has to bend and one has to compromise with his ethics and number of things. So, how do you look at it, sir?
There are few people still in the country who stand by principles, who have impeccable integrity, hard work, dedication, determination. And we have epitome of all these things in Naveen Babu, our guru, my guru. So he has maintained whatever characters are required for a clean political discourse or a clean political life. So I draw inspiration from him and I think one should be able to do it. It's not about being tough. It's about being truthful, I would say that. And it's not about bending or not bending. I believe in no ego at all. One should do everything without ego, self. That's what Bhagavad Gita says. So one should try to follow that. And Chief Minister is also the same way. He has absolutely no ego. So that lightens the whole atmosphere, whole ecosystem. Then you walk with a clean heart. So I think even in politics, one can maintain those principles of integrity, honesty, and you can still do politics and reach out to people and help them.
And, sir, when you entered politics, there were several opposition parties over here in Odisha who were targeting you, saying that you were an outsider in the state, and now you entered politics and joined the BJD last year in November, on November 27th to be precise. So, how do you look at all these
So
accusations?
they were all asking that why don't you resign and come and join politics? That was the first demand they all had. When I started touring and as part of the Chief Minister's grievance, I visited almost all the constituencies, met people. The kind of response, love, affection, it was not usual for a officer to get that kind of a response from people. I think that the opposition was little nervous seeing this kind of connect with people. So then they thought that they should demand my resignation. I went by my inner call to resign from the job. So after that, now they have started this. This is their political strategy. They'll keep on doing whatever they want to do. I am an Indian by birth and I am a Odia by birth. I have lived here, worked here. This is my karma bhumi for almost 24 years now. 24 years. And both my children, their mother tongue is Odia and their motherland is Odia, Odisha. And my Lord is Lord Jagannath. And my Guru is Naveen Babu. My ecosystem is very small and I get lot of love and affection from people and they will decide whether I am an outsider or insider, and perhaps this 2024 election results will show, because the opposition has been going hammer and tongs against me saying this. People will decide and there will be a good result.
So, you just mentioned about Lord Jagannath over here. So, your government, Naveen Patnaik's government, sir, has worked a lot on Jagannath corridor. And at a time when Ram temple issue and Ram temple construction and its inauguration has taken the nation by heat, and so how you look that your government not promoting Jagannath corridor as the BJP has been promoting Ram temple across the country?
There are some things which one should be grateful to witness. Like for example, Sri Mandir Parikrama, the Chief Minister never claimed that he got it done, or the BJP government got it done, or the state government got it done. His belief or his conviction is that Lord Jagannath wanted this to happen. His quote is, Pattar bhi halibo nahi, not a single stone moves or a leaf moves without his will, Lord Jagannath's will. So it is his wish, his will that Parikrama has to happen. This is one of the Char Dhams. So that people are able to take Parikrama. The temple is protected because we have a 75-meter buffer zone. So Chief Minister believes strongly, and that is also part of the Jagannath culture, that the king who built the temple never wanted that he should be known as the person who built the temple. And Naveen Babu is completely committed, and he holds this conviction that these are things which are done by a greater force. We are just witness to it. Very humbly, I would also say that this is not a government work. This is Lord's work. He has got it done. We are small mortals doing. If we have that ego that we have got it done, then it's not going to help anyone.
Okay, sir. So,
And it is Lord's work.
okay. So, sir, even your party's manifesto was released few days ago, in which you promised 100 units of electricity free to the people of the state. So, even so, there are a lot of state governments, whether it's Delhi or Karnataka or Telangana, those who are providing free 100 units of electricity free. So, sir, how do you look at this now? Odisha government, BJP especially, also
See,
promising.
Honorable Chief Minister has taken care of health security. He has taken care of education security, health security in terms of giving a smart card. 95% of the population has been given a smart card, by which seamlessly one can take treatment up to 5 lakhs for male and 10 lakhs for female. So that takes care of the health security. Then in education, he has transformed all the high schools. Children don't have to spend money and go to private schools. 70% of Odisha will always be dependent on government schools. So for their kids to dream big, you have to provide best of education facilities. So he provided that. And he has a social security scheme by which pensions are given to all the differently abled, old age pension, widow pension. So he creates a ecosystem in which the per capita income of the person improves. What is your challenge for a government? Challenge for a government is, how do you increase the per capita income of a population? You cut down on expenses, reduce their health cost, reduce their education cost, reduce their ration cost, reduce their bijli cost. If you do that, then they will have some surplus which they can invest in more meaningful activities, which will improve their overall indicators, human development indicators. A state is progressive if it focuses on reducing the expenses of the citizen, so that he has a little surplus, he or she. Then they invest in housing, they invest in mobility, then economy grows. So as a state, CM is very clear that these are things which we should do. We won't be populist. In fact, in the 100 unit, why 100 unit? Because 70% of the population would be covered with, 70-75% of the population is covered with 100 units. And then he is also providing 50 units at a reduced margin. So then again, about 10-15% is covered. So this 150 units, you cover about 85-90% of the population. He incentivizes electricity, less use of electricity, by saying that if you, for example, you have 100 unit as your entitlement, if you use only 50 unit, you may get a cashback for that rest 50 unit, some portion of it at least. So you help them to conserve energy as well. It's very progressive.
Yes, sir. Even in your manifesto, sir, you promised around rupees 1,000 crore scholarship to students. So we have seen, sir, your trademark in the manifesto, because when you were the district collector in several of the district, you introduced that PWD card and
Right.
how people used to get. And then when the RDA, Rourkela Development Authority, was bankrupt and it was not providing homes to number of people, then when you came there, your first big assignment was the RDA one. So, sir, how you plan to bring that rupees 1,000 crore scheme on the ground and it starts rolling in the state?
This 1000 crore the Chief Minister has kept as part of the youth budget every year. So this 1000 crore mein, whatever activity will be done will be decided by the students. This is the first time anywhere in the world students will have access to budget. We will select students, maybe merit based, maybe extracurricular, a combination of students that's being worked out. And they will decide what this 1000 crores should be spent on. Like I was mentioning about the health card, the smart card, same smart card we are going to give to all the college students of the state. That smart card can be recharged by doing a certain kind of activities. You participate in sports, you get recharge. You participate in cultural competition, you get recharge. You participate in debate, you participate in anything which will improve your personality, the smart card which is given gets recharged. So now the smart card is recharged. In this smart card, what you can access? Like for example, tuition fees you can pay through the smart card. You can purchase books. You can attend online courses. These set of activities will be decided by the students, and this 1000 crores is basically going to be used for charging this smart card.
Okay, so going to the political questions, after Prime Minister Narendra Modi came over here, he said that BJD is not going to form government, and then you released a video in which Chief Minister Sir Naveen Patnaik sir was also there, in which you people said, "Dream on." What made you say? Like,
Because we know that in 2019 also the Honorable Prime Minister made a statement. I think in 2014 also, but 2019 I'm remembering very clearly. He made a statement saying that Naveen Babu ka farewell ho raha hai. So Naveen Babu replied by saying that मेरा oath taking होगा, आपको मैं humbly request करूँगा, आप भी आके oath taking में swearing in में present हो जाइए, मुझे खुश लगेगा. That time, out of 3 phases, only 2 phases were complete, but CM made a statement. And when the results came, in the 2 phases only, he got his majority. So this time also, we are in ground, we know where, what BJP is doing. They don't have candidates in almost 50% seats. They are not in competition in 50% seats. So how they will think of even forming government?
so even Home Minister Amit Shah has said that Naveen Babu won't be repeated here.
So they are all like COVID time, you come and give booster dose na, for improving the immunity. BJP state unit ka confidence level is completely low because 1 year back we had a Zilla Parishad election. It is based on party symbol. In that, BJD won 30 out of 30 districts. BJP, which had won 12 districts in the 5 years back ka election, they lost all the districts. So if a party 1 year before in a symbol election loses 30 out of 30 districts, their confidence will be really low. So the national leaders' responsibility is come to boost their confidence. So they are coming and giving booster dose for all the leaders by making all these statements. I'm sure the leadership also knows that they are nowhere close by. The cadre also knows that they are nowhere close by. So that is why we humbly, with honesty, we can tell that that's not going to happen.
And so recently you also made a big statement that you will quit politics if Naveen Patnaik sir doesn't form government over here. So sir, what made you give such a daring challenge to BJP?
So BJP was telling that there is parivartan ka hawa, change ka hawa is there. So wherever I am seeing there is Naveen hawa is there, Naveen Babu's wave is there, good work ka wave is there. So I felt that I should ask them, okay, if you are ready, come for a challenge. I am challenging. I may be a green on in politics. I am challenging that BJD is forming government with 3/4 majority. If not, I will not continue. Will you do the same thing? You are saying that you have a hawa, na? There is transformation. If you have the guts, come back and tell that yes, I am ready. I have done my groundwork. I will say that if BJP is not coming, I'll quit. They won't dare to do it because they know that they are not winning. But I know that we are winning with all humility, I would say. So that's why I challenged them. And I also challenged them that they are saying 24 years of anti-incumbency for Naveen Babu. Last 10 years, they have been trying their level best, 2014, 2019. They couldn't come with a CM face for themselves. If you think that see Naveen Babu has anti-incumbency, you should be able to show that, okay, this is the CM face which will compete. They don't have the guts to put a CM face because the minute they put a CM face, they will win less than 10 seats in the state out of 147. That's why they are scared. They will never put a CM face in Odisha. So I have given two challenges. They have not responded, or maybe it's in their for them it is good that they don't respond.
So, in recent days, we have seen how the opposition has been targeting the BJP, especially and even your party, that you are going soft on the BJP, and they have also accused of being the team B of BJP. How you look at these allegations?
I think once the election process started, if somebody says that we are B team of BJP or married to BJP, they should check their eyesight. There is fierce battle in the field between the cadres, between the leaders, with all within the framework of decency and political decorum. Because Chief Minister believes in dignity in everything, whatever he does, decency, decorum. So that BJD always maintains.
And so, even as the campaigning is going on for this Lok Sabha elections, which is very crucial this time because India Alliance bloc partners, they are trying their level best to form the government, whereas the BJP is trying to retain the government for the third consecutive term. But nowadays, we are saying that a lot of religion politics has entered into the poll fray. How you look at it, this religion thing coming into
It's
election?
very unfortunate. National parties are setting a narrative on religion, caste, or region. It's very retrogressive, I would say, because if India is in of 21st century has to think about youth of the country, you should talk about how do you get investments in the country, how do you become a superpower in getting investments, how much jobs you will create, how you are going to empower the youth, how you are going to skill the youth. These are the things national leadership should be speaking about. But it's very unfortunate. They want to hide their limitations or non-delivery or unsuccessful attempts on providing jobs. So that is why they are covering themselves with all these sensational issues, which may help them in elections. That's their plan of action. But I think the youth of India are very smart. They will know that we are not going anywhere. We have a demographic dividend. We have the highest percentage population of youth. If India misses this, we are going to go back by 25, 30 years, 50 years. We will be missing the bus. India has everything to become a superpower. How do you become a superpower? It's not making 100 people rich, 200 people, 500 people rich. You have to empower the youth of India to dream big, get manufacturing, get semiconductors, get whatever will give jobs. So that is the thought process which should come. But the aggression with which they are approaching religion and region or caste, and the aggression with which they are pursuing this for youth, there is a huge difference. And youth of the country will definitely answer sometime.
And even so, the opposition is targeting the government that it is misusing central agencies, especially when it comes to arrest of Delhi Chief Minister Naveen or former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren. And there are several other politicians who have been targeted by the government as per the allegations of the opposition. So how you look at the credibility of the agencies going down this way?
See, individual cases one should not be commenting because you don't know the facts of the case. So I would not comment on individual cases, but in a democratic setup, every institution should be respected and they should have their own independence. They should not abuse or misuse their independence, and they should not be vehicles for political purpose. That is the broader line one should be. But as regards these individual cases, it won't be proper on me to comment on anything because we get information from media alone. It's not that you have some little more first-hand information based on which you can tell with conviction that no, this is wrong. That is something which only the courts can say. But I would sincerely say that if India as a country starts using agencies to settle political scores, we are going back in our democratic process. We should not be doing that. But I am not sure about which cases what is happening.
Okay, sir. So you earlier mentioned about around 80-85% of the population of Odisha to be tribal. So what is the BJD's promise to empower their life once it comes back to power again in the
Tribal
state?
people?
Yes.
Yeah, we have about 25-28% tribal population. and the Chief Minister has always ran the extra mile for empowering the tribal people. Tribal people's identity is their culture, language, sports, their prayer place, all these. Some of the more important things. So, Chief Minister has formed a special development council for each district to take care of these unique identities of tribal communities. Nowhere it has been done, only Odisha has done it. They are called the Special Development Council. The funds are given to the Special Development Council and it is headed by the tribal people themselves. So they decide what to do with that fund. So it's doing very well. And number two, he has withdrawn 50,000 cases put against, petty cases, minor cases put against the tribal communities. And he has also announced a minimum support price for whatever forest produce the tribal people gather. So, and education, he is investing a lot of money. We will have the highest number of tribal girls in hostels anywhere in the country, perhaps anywhere in the world. Huge number of girls are in hostels, and education and skill development, CM is investing a lot.
So there is a lot of debate going on reservation. BJP is accusing Congress, if it comes to power, then it will give reservation to a special community. Whereas the Congress has hit back at the BJP saying that they must clear their stand whether they want to give more than 50% of the reservation and whether they are ready to bring constitutional amendment or not. So what is your party's stand on this?
Our party's stand is that region, religion, caste should not be political issues during an election time. They are all creating rhetoric to capture the votes of certain sections of people. These all need thorough debate in Parliament, and it should be settled in Parliament, not in electoral politics. When they do electoral politics with caste, religion, or they are not doing justice to the groups for whom they are talking also. That's how women reservation, or you talk about any social justice, they get disturbed because of that. They don't get justice because of that.
Under Naveen Patnaik, sir, we have seen how he has worked on sports and especially hockey. If we talk about, he has promoted hockey a lot, and Odisha is the only one state in the country which has taken hockey by storm. So, sir, what are the other sports that you are focusing? Because in India, people worship cricket. They are mad about cricket and they they every time talk about cricket. So, promoting hockey at such crucial time of this. So how you look at, sir, which are the other sports you
see? Hockey may not be officially declared as a national game, but it is a kind of national game in the psyche of Indian population. It's a poor man's game, and hockey had got lot of glory for India even before India got independent. Even as British India, Indians went and played in Olympics and got gold medals. Proud moment for Odisha. Historically, in sports in the world, India was known for hockey. So one has to restore the hockey's glory. Our CM wanted to support hockey in this context. When India was fighting against the British, it was hockey which was inspiring and which was creating a name for India at the international level. And after independence, the first Olympics, the finals was between British and India won. What a way to pay back, at least in the sports field. So this is a game which has inspired a lot of people during the freedom movement. That is the emotional connect people have with hockey. And people of Odisha love hockey. There are a lot of players from Odisha who have gone to play for India, both men and women. So the Chief Minister wanted to pay a tribute to all these great people and to the great sport. He wanted to support the game. After Odisha started sponsoring the game, India won a medal in Olympics after 40 years or something, and the women's team got qualified for the semis. So, good thing. In addition to hockey, our state under Chief Ministership is also promoting athletics, swimming, weightlifting, shooting. We have got high performance centers in all these games. I think some games I would have missed, but many games we have got these high performance centers completely run by professionals with corporate sponsorship and government's infrastructure support. So CM's dream is that India should get a medal, national anthem should be sung in the Olympic podium, and Odisha should have contributed to it. That's his dream.
And so nowadays in this Lok Sabha elections, there is very heated debate going on, constitution in danger, democracy being in danger. So how you look at all these kind of stuff during this crucial time of the elections?
Indian constitution is so resilient, I don't think anyone would be able to do anything to the constitution. By whatever was the reason, emergency was imposed. And even now, people who imposed emergency are reaping the benefits of it. It will be, it will be one of the biggest political blunders in history if somebody tries to tinker with the constitution. I don't think anyone will dare to do it.
Do you find this means constitution and democracy being in danger as being said by the Congress and other opposition parties?
See, there are political parties which are wanting to use the institutions of government for purposes for what they are meant for. That may be weakening the whole democratic process. You have an independent judiciary, you have a bureaucracy which have to be impartial, you have to have a press which is independent. So whether these pillars of democracy are getting diluted in their commitment to the cause of democracy is something which has to be debated on. And whether there is a ecosystem which doesn't strengthen this is a point of debate between the ruling and the opposition. One has to see it objectively. But I don't see there is a threat for constitution. It will be a political blunder if somebody tries to do that, and they will reap very badly after that.
So my last question before concluding this interview: how many seats in Lok Sabha, sir, BJD expects?
BJD will do much better than 2019.
Any numbers?
No, I would not be honest in giving a specific number. But I know with our internal calculation that we'll be doing better than 2019. But in case of assembly, I can say with all conviction that Naveen Babu is getting more than 3/4 majority.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for joining me.
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you. Thank you.
So this was VK Pandian on NewsX with camera person Dinesh Thakur, Anand Singh, Bhubaneswar.